himself. لله الواحد القهار. To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one, the irresistible. So the first trumpet blows and everything is dead. No one knows the time between the first and the second blowing in the trumpet, but eventually what happens is a second command to the angel to blow into the trumpet is there, and the angel blows into the trumpet, and every soul that was dead, that was every human being essentially, will come back to life. Everyone will come back to life. The first person to exit the grave will be the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will be the first person to be resurrected. And Islam maps out the Day of Judgment very clearly, what will happen from step 1 until the end. And we will, inshallah, walk through this. So every soul will come out. And think of what this means. Every human being, since the time of Adam until the end of time, will come back to life. How many human beings are there? How many human beings are forgotten? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions in the Quran, you know, the Arabs, some of them, the pre-Islamic Arabs, they used to bury their daughters alive. This girl was alive for only a day or part of a day, and then she was buried into the earth, just simply for being a female. And because she can't contribute to the tribe financially, she's a burden and other things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ. On that day, that girl, who nobody knows, Allah will bring her back to life, and He will ask her, بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. What did you do to be killed? What fault was yours that people killed you? Every human being, forgotten, remembered, famous, not famous, president of a country and slave, all will be resurrected. King and servant, mother and father, rich and poor, everyone will come before God on the Day of Judgment standing equally. And everyone will come out of their grave, and they will be perhaps like when they are sleeping. It's like in the barzakh, as we mentioned last week, it's almost like they are the dead, they are kind of in a sleep. They will come out of their grave, and they will say, Ya waylana, woe to us. Man ba'athana min marqadina hadha. Who has woken us up from our sleep? Hadha ma wa'ada ar-Rahman. This is what the Rahman has promised. وَصَدَقَ الْمُرْسَلُونَ. And the prophets were very truthful. Why did they choose the name Rahman? Because on that day, that's what people want. They want God's Rahmah, which is not mercy, it's His love, compassion, forgiveness, with mercy in it. But they want that from God. They say, this is what the Rahman promised. Oh my God, this is it. It's really true. Those prophets who came, who we thought were crazy, backwards, fabricators, they were truthful. And people will be shocked. Some people will be shocked. People will be resurrected on the Day of Judgment according to how they died. So some people, the Prophet ﷺ, he says, whoever dies during Hajj, he will be resurrected on the Day of Judgment making talbiyah, coming out saying, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. The person who dies in sujood will be resurrected in that fashion. The person who dies drunk will come out drunk on a day where God's wrath and anger are beyond any other day. Imagine being resurrected in a state of sin. The person who dies on drugs, the person who dies not praying salah, without giving zakah, all of these things, the person will be resurrected in this fashion. The Day of Judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions how terrifying this day is. Allah, He says in Surah Al-Hajj, Ya ayyuhan nasu taqu rabbakum. O mankind, O human being, fear your Lord. Inna zalzalata as-sa'ati shay'un 'azim. The shaking, the earthquake of the Day of Judgment is a great event. It's something that's beyond normal. يَوْمَ تَرَوْنَهَا. On that day when you will see it. يَوْمَ تَرَوْنَهَا تَذْهَلُ كُلُّ مُرْضِعَةٍ عَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ. Every mother that is nursing will drop and let go of her infant child. The description is the closest love the closest a mother can be to her child is when she's holding that child close to her chest and nursing. That moment of love and compassion, it's a moment of comfort for the mother and for the infant. They are both very comfortable. And the mother is holding her baby very close. She will never let go of her child. On that day, Allah, He says, from the terror of that day, the mother will let go of her child. And every mother that's holding will bear that child from the fear of that day. And Allah, He says in the same verse, وَتَرَى النَّاسَ سُكَارَى, and everyone will appear to be drunk. No one will be in the right state of mind. وَمَا هُمْ بِسُكَارَى, but they are not drunk. وَلَكِنَّ عَذَابَ اللَّهِ شَدِيدٌ, but the punishment of Allah is indeed very severe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, فَإِذَا جَاءَتِ الصَّاخَّةُ, when the deafening blast, this blow in the trumpet takes place, يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ, on that day, man or woman will run away from his brother. يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ, the relationship between siblings is no longer there. وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ, and even his mother and his father. When someone has a problem in this world, the first people they usually go to are their parents. On that day, man will run away from his parents. وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ, and even he will not care, she will not care for their spouse and their children. Think of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing to us. لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مِّنْهُمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ شَأْنٌ يُغْنِيهِ, on that day, every single one has something that is occupying them. Everyone is occupied with themselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He speaks of resurrection in the Quran. And some people, they deny resurrection. And Allah, He addresses this in the Quran in multiple places. Allah, He says in multiple places in the Quran, do they not see that the earth is dead and we bring it back to life? Everything dies on earth, right? The trees die in the winter and then they come back to life. And life continues. We see this cycle always, things die and they come back to life. We have night and we have day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gives an example of a man who came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He took some dust from bones of a dead animal or something, and he blew it in the face of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, mocking him. And he said, you're telling me when we become bones like this and dust, we are going to come back to life? So Allah, He responds to this man in the end of Surah Yasin. Allah, He says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَى الْإِنسَانِ, does man in general not see أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاهُ مِن نُطْفَةٍ, that we created him from just a drop of water? فَإِذَا هُوَ خَصِيمٌ مُبِينٌ, and now he grows up and he becomes very argumentative, thinking he knows everything, arguing with God, denying God's existence. Just yesterday you were nothing but, this is the Quran itself, nothing but sperm. And because of that you've grown into a human being, and now you think you are something? وَضَرَبَ لَنَا مَثَلًا, and He gave us this example of bones and dust, and He forgot His own creation. وَنَسِيَ خَلْقًا أَوَلَمْ يَرَى, does he not see أَنَّ الَّذِي خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, the one who has created the heavens and the earth, is He not able to bring life back after it ends? بَلَى وَهُوَ الْخَلَّاقُ الْعَلِيمُ, indeed He could, and He is the Creator, and He's all knowledgeable. He knows everything. He knows when someone dies and their body decays into dust, He knows that grain of dust that went from the human body that decayed into dust. He knows that grain. And forever it will be there, and He will resurrect the exact body. Because Allah is Khallaq, because He is forever creating, and He is Alim, and He knows everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions in the Quran, in Surah إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا, on this day, Allah, He says, when the earth is shaken, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, and the earth lets out its burden. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. On that day, man, he will ask, humans will ask, what is wrong with the earth? This is not natural. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. On that day, the earth will speak what happened on it. Every secret on that day will come to life. This place where you are sitting, although it seems inanimate, on the day of judgment, it will become animate. And it will say you prayed here. The earth will witness for you. And if someone does a sin on the earth, or in the heavens and in the sky, the earth and the sky will witness against them. And when Fir'aun died, Allah, He says in the Quran, فَمَا بَكَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّمَاءُ وَالْأَرْضُ. The heavens and the earth did not cry for them. They did not care for them, because they were just committing sin on earth. So the human being, this earth, will witness for us or against us. Think of how many times sins are committed in secret. And people think they get away with it. We think we get away with it. This earth will witness against that person. That keyboard that you are typing on, or someone is typing on, you may be in incognito